Morning, Steve Freed in Chicago with the morning grain comments. Last night prices were a little bit higher, kind of trying to crawl ourselves up from yesterday's lower trade, especially in soybeans. You've got the dollar lower and most commodities are also higher. Yesterday we saw crop ratings come out, and in the good to excellent category, the ratings for both corn and beans were about unchanged, but in the poor to very poor categories, they both went up. 50% of the U.S. corn crop is now rated poor to very poor. We also had some trade estimates come out. Looks like the trade is looking for an average corn yield around 127 that the USDA will put out on August the 10th, and a carryout for 2012 and 2013 around 660 million bushels. The last estimate the government put out was 1183, and that looks like a very tight carryout situation, especially if the final corn crop gets smaller. In beans, they came in around a little over 37 bushels per acre, and a carryout next year of 110 million bushels, and that's pretty small. And so again, for the soybean complex, you have a very tight situation, especially if the weather over the next 2 weeks turns drier. The models are going back and forth again. It looks like the consensus is that we might have a few showers in the Midwest over the next weeks, but it will be lighter than normal, especially west of the Mississippi, and that temperatures, though, will be moderating and could be closer to normal. So we'll have to see how that impacts the crops. We also saw some reports out of Russia that their exports might be lower than expected and lower than last year, and that's been helping the wheat market as far as price is concerned. Finally, people in India are afraid that the monsoon is beginning to withdraw. This has been a monsoon that's been about 75 to 80% of normal, and this could trigger India to be a net importer of vegetable oil next year. So the vegetable oil market, soybean oil market's getting a little bit of a push because of the drier India monsoon. So again, the market's kind of on hold, waiting for what the USDA is going to say on August 10th. The weather looks not as good as we had hoped, and I think prices in general over the long haul will have to continue to move higher. As always, these are my thoughts and not those of ADM Investor Services or ADM, and hope you have a safe and profitable trading day.